you're about to observe is a demonstration of the convergence OCS same-time inner working solution. The reference architecture for this demonstration is based on a real-world setup of a Microsoft OCS and IBM Sametime environment and convergence headquarters. On the left side of the diagram, you see Microsoft Office Communicator clients. Moving over to the right, you have the Microsoft OCS server pool. Then you have an instance of the Convergence Session Manager. And on the right side of the slide, you have the IBM Lotus Sametime environment. So what we're going to show you in this demonstration is a demonstration of the application layer gateway functionality between OCS and Sametime communities, and how the convergence element will provide present state information for all clients in both the OCS and ST or Sametime communities. So in this particular application, what the convergence element is doing is translating simple signaling streams and presence documents between the Microsoft and IBM formats. By doing this, we are enabling interoperability between OCS clients and Sametime clients, presence visibility, and instant message connectivity. Convergence can also dynamically retrieve user databases from Active Directory and Domino. That might be of use in certain cases where you want to have policies that limit the usage of this federated interface. We want to emphasize that the solution is compatible with all combinations of OCS, LCS, and the different Sametime variants listed here. So from a collaboration client perspective, what you're going to see on the demonstration is on the left side we'll have a Office Communicator. On the right side you'll have an IBM Lotus Sametime Connect client. The users are divided up so they're both Sametime and OCS users in both of the collaboration clients. And you'll get a feel for how each client looks to the other, as well as the instantaneous exchange of presence information as well as chat information. So as you'll see from this demonstration, that the regardless of the federated client, whether it's OCS or Sametime, the clients act normal just like they would if it was a purely internal user. So from a demonstration sequence perspective, what we're going to do is we're going to bring up both the Microsoft Office Communicator and the IBM Sametime client. We'll view some presence exchanges. We will also then toggle the presence state on Office Communicator and observe how that's changed on the Sametime Connect client. We'll then toggle presence state on the Sametime side and observe how that gets propagated to Office Communicator. We will then exchange a series of instant messages between the clients. And the last thing that we'll do is that we'll view the Convergence graphical user interface call log troubleshooting tools and show you how these tools can be used to assist in the troubleshooting and turn up of this particular application. So the next step that we're going to do is that we're going to bring up the Sametime client and Office Communicator client on the screen here. So what you're seeing is the Sametime client on the right and the Office Communicator client on the left. So let's start off by looking at the Sametime users that are on the buddy list of the Office Communicator client. So you see an instance here of Sam Sametime. He is on the Sametime users. You can certainly put him in any sort of contact list category with an Office Communicator. Just for demonstration purposes, we placed him here. And then if you look on the Sametime side, I've highlighted Jim Donovan in OCS so you get a feel for what it looks like from the Sametime side of things. So if I were to go in and toggle the presence on Office Communicator, you will see how the Jim Donovan presence pawn within the Sametime Connect client is now shown in the Do Not Disturb state. If I were to go back and toggle the presence back to the original state, you see that Jim Donovan is now showing online. Let's go do the same thing on the Sametime side of things. So if I go in and toggle the Sametime client's presence state to Do Not Disturb, you will see that gets immediately propagated to the OCS side as well. Let's go change the present state back. Okay, so now we've seen the presence propagation between the two clients. Now let's take a look at IM chat exchange. So I'm going to highlight the Sametime buddy on my Microsoft Office Communicator buddy list, and I am going to initiate a chat message to the Sametime side. So now you can see that the chat message has made it over to the Sametime side. I'm going to answer it back. So you can see that the message is instantly received on the other side. Let's take a look at the chat exchange when driven from the Sametime side. So I'm going to highlight the OCS buddy that I wish to communicate with, and you will see upon doing that a test from Sametime to OCS. So you can see down at the bottom of my screen here I have a chat window that comes up on the OCS side. So you'll see that when it comes to responsiveness from a presence or chat perspective, the fact that we're going over a federated interface for the Convergence Session Manager really doesn't add any latency to the process. So from a user experience perspective, this federated user scenario from OCS to Sametime really looks the same as any other presence in chat exchange that a user might have in the OCS to OCS or Sametime to Sametime environment. The last thing that we want to cover in today's demonstration is just to show you the troubleshooting tools that exist within the Convergence user interface for turn up as well as operations of this application. This can be useful in a couple different ways, so that if you're trying to troubleshoot why you might not have instant message connectivity between certain clients going across the federated interface, we have a lot of embedded tools. So by default we capture all of the signaling trace information and store it for a minimum of 3 days on the system. So what it does is, for example, if I want to look at an instant message transaction between the Sametime and OCS environment, so this was a chat message initiated from the Sametime side, and you have to have some familiarity with the SIP protocol to understand exactly what's going on here, but on the far left side of this ladder diagram is the Sametime environment. In the center is the CXC or convergence element, and in the far right side is the OCS infrastructure. So at a high level, you're really seeing the entire SIP signaling dialogue here, which has the message exchange that if you're more comfortable with the SIP protocol, you can actually use this mechanism here called download messages as text, and that will let you look at the entire contents of the message. So for some of the more advanced troubleshooting that you might need to do, this can be helpful. And these tools are really a bit better than some of the embedded tools that OCS and Sametime provide you, because it sorts all these transactions based on a per user exchange basis. So it's not one very large log file that you have to sift through and figure out the transaction you're looking for. We even give you the ability that if you wanted to search on any sort of messages from a particular user, for example, so I could put in the user name here. And what this is going to do is going to search for all messages from this particular user in the past hour or so. I could actually search back as long as I'm storing them up to 3 days. So on a busy system where you're potentially supporting tens of thousands of users, then this is a very useful sort mechanism. If you happen to be using us for IM archiving as part of a compliance application, We do show you the IAM archive here, as well as give you the ability to export that out to third-party systems. So here's an example of what the archive would look like between a Sametime and an OCS user. So this is the chat message that we were doing a little bit earlier. The other thing that I can show you is that we're looking at troubleshooting tools for chat message interaction. If you're trying to troubleshoot things down at the presence level, then we can drill a little bit further into the logs. And in SIP, the presence is exchanged through subscribe and notify messages. Subscribe is where you subscribe to someone else's present state, and then notify is how you convey your present state to the person that's subscribed to. So if you take a look at what we give you here, is the same sort of ladder diagram concept where you can take a look at the presence messages and make sure that things are getting pushed back and forth to the other side. And these are handy tools from an initial turn-up and an operational perspective. So that's about it from a demonstration perspective. If you have any additional questions about this application, please feel free to contact your conversions representative. Thank you.